What's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most chilling and disturbing cases in American history. We're talking about Richard Ramirez, better known as the Night Stalker, the Satan-worshipping serial killer who terrorized California in the 1980s. Now listen, this is not your average true crime story. This guy wasn't just a murderer, he was a monster who brought fear to every single household in Los Angeles. People were literally sleeping with their windows locked, their lights on, and even buying extra guard dogs just because of the terror he caused. Richard Ramirez was born in El Paso, Texas, in 1960. His childhood? Absolutely messed up. He grew up in a violent household, his father was abusive, and to make it worse, he was heavily influenced by his cousin, a Vietnam War veteran who bragged about torture and showed him pictures of horrific crimes. Imagine being a teenager and your role model is teaching you about violence and murder. That's exactly what shaped Ramirez into the person he became. By the time he hit his teens, Ramirez was already addicted to drugs, breaking into houses, and obsessed with Satanism. He believed he had some kind of dark power protecting him. That's why later on during his trial, he would flash pentagrams drawn on his hands and shout, "Hail Satan," in court. Creepy, right? Now let's talk about the crimes that gave him the name the Night Stalker. Between 1984 and 1985, Ramirez went on a brutal killing spree across California. He would break into homes at night, armed with knives or guns, and attack his victims. His methods were brutal and unpredictable. Sometimes he would shoot his victims, other times he would stab or beat them. And tragically, his crimes weren't limited to murder. He committed assaults, robberies, and even targeted children. What made him even scarier was his randomness. Most serial killers have a specific type of victim, right? Not Ramirez. He targeted men, women, children, the elderly, it didn't matter. He didn't have a pattern, and that's why nobody felt safe. He was like a shadow moving through Los Angeles, and the media quickly gave him the name the Night Stalker. Now here's the crazy part. People in LA were in full panic mode. Every night the news was covering another attack, another murder. Families were boarding up their windows, sleeping with weapons under their pillows. The entire city was living in fear. But in August 1985, Ramirez's reign of terror finally came to an end. He was spotted in East Los Angeles after his photo was released to the public. And get this, it wasn't the police who caught him, it was regular people. A group of neighbors recognized him, chased him down, and beat him up until police arrived. Can you imagine? After months of terror, the community literally took him down. At his trial, Ramirez showed zero remorse. He smiled, he laughed, he mocked the families of his victims. And like I said earlier, he even shouted "Hail Satan" in the courtroom. He was convicted of 13 murders and sentenced to death. But here's the twist, he never faced execution. Ramirez spent over 20 years on death row before dying in 2013 from cancer. Even after his death, Richard Ramirez remains one of the most infamous and terrifying serial killers in American history. His story is a grim reminder of how darkness can creep into society, and how evil sometimes hides in plain sight. Guys, what do you think about Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker? Do you believe he was purely evil, or was he shaped by his dark past? Let me know down in the comments. And hey, if you want more chilling true crime stories like this, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay safe, because evil is always closer than you think.